Hi, Woods Chapel. My name is Lori Carrender, and I'm a singer with the worship band. The scripture that I have is Matthew 5:14 through 16. You are the light for the whole world. A city built on top of a hill cannot be hidden, and no one lights a lamp and puts it under a clay pot. When I was growing up, my family lived in a small ranch house in the suburbs. It was an average middle-class neighborhood, rather plain and generic, full of houses like mine. Serviceable, but not remarkable. The one time of year it seemed to come out of its blandness was at Christmas. I remember neighbors putting simple silver tinsel and multicolored lights on the trees in their yards. Of course, nothing like the inflatable Santas, reindeer, and coordinated light shows of today. However, the sparkles seemed to gloss over the sameness of our everyday neighborhood life. As a child, I remember the year that I finally convinced my dad to actually put lights on our house. I feel like my siblings and I had to beg him for years until he finally gave in and outlined our fairly flat roof with a single string of red lights. I was convinced that this red outline would guide Santa's sleigh to land directly on our house for his holiday delivery. I tried to stay up Christmas Eve to see him, and I was convinced that I heard his jingle bells right before I faded off to sleep. All these years later, and I'm still fascinated by twinkling holiday lights. They are the first decorations I get out for both the inside and the outside of my house. I love to drive around and see all the variety of lights and decorations. And I try to remember that Jesus has called us to be the lights in the darkness. And not just at Christmas, but always. We are called to be the signs of light and goodness in the world, and not to be shy about it. I remember my childish hope of drawing Santa to our house by putting out our lights up high. And each time I pray, I try to remember to ask for help to be his light in the world. So, Woods Chapel, how can you bring hope to those around you? What gifts and talents can you use to shine God's light into the world?